Hi, welcome to Simply Scrapping. It is day 9 of Off the Board, and today this is my inspiration, a beautiful layout using a cut file. So I thought, okay, I'll use a cut file, but I wanted to create my own. I couldn't find one out there that I wanted, and I had an idea in my mind because I knew the photo I wanted to do, and I wanted all like clipboards all joined together as my cut file. So I made one myself, yes, and didn't quite turn out right. A few different reasons. I didn't know, because it's all black, the image was black, which is my first error. I should have got a just an outline image, but I got a black solid clipboard image, and I lined them all up together, filled the page, and went, oh, that's really good. I'll cut that out. Except I didn't realise that they were actually overlapping over here. So that's the first mistake. Second, oh, and they're also overlapping at the top here. Second mistake is that this is really thick cardstock. I didn't realise how thick it was until I tried to cut it out, and it really just scored it and didn't cut properly. And the third problem, but number 2, was good in the end. I'll explain in a second. The third issue is that it's a white core cardstock. So you can see where I had to then use a knife to cut it out because it only really just scored it. And I didn't realise, so I took it off the mat, that it hadn't cut through. Otherwise I would have run it through again. But anyway, too late. So I had to use like a sharp knife thing to cut it out. And you can see, because of the white core, where I didn't do it properly and it looks a bit messy. But I'm going with it was meant to look like that because it's a sort of a grungy, not a grungy page, but the topic is a bit messy, grungy type of thing. So that's my excuse. I'm going to run with that. Now, the fact that it didn't cut properly and it just really scored was good in the end because otherwise it would have cut these apart and it would have separated them and it would have looked really odd. They would have been like cut into that frame there and it would have been strange. So it's good that they didn't cut all the way through, but a pain that I had to then use a utility knife thing to cut that out. But anyway, there's my attempt at a cut file. It's also not going to be filled like a normal cut file. Like when I see people use cut files, I see them filling behind with all pretty paper. I wanted this just as basically on the page without being filled, sort of. You'll see as I make the page where it's not going to have, each clipboard is not going to have a different paper, but most of them are going to have like a little embellishing. So anyway, it sort of, yeah, makes sense to me. Okay, anyway, this is the photo. This is my son on his first day of training to be a car mechanic. And he will probably kill me for showing his face, but anyway. So the embellishments I have just downloaded from Creative Fabrica some images. Oh, there's my printer. Without fail, I tell ya, he's got to have its 2 cents worth. Some spanners and things like that. And the silver cogs, I've got an old die set. I'm not sure. I think it might have been Stampin' Up die set. I don't know. But I don't have the matching stamp set anymore because that would have been cool if I did. But no, I don't. I just kept the dies for some reason. Anyway, so I cut them out. My goodness me. It's been a day. Just in silver foil cardstock, which look really good. And then some other embellishments. I found this dude and I don't know, his legs cut off, he's leaning on, there should have been something there, I don't know. But that's how it cut it out. So when I put him on, I've got to I'll put something there and pretend that he's leaning on, I don't know, another tire or something. Who knows? Anyway, they're the embellishments. My heading's in training and I'm using the stickers, Dear Lizzie stickers, foam letter stickers. And this piece of paper is from My Mind's Eye collectible from, I don't put dates on these. I know a lot of people don't care about the dates. I do. 2013. So there you go. And let's get this page started. Okay, there's the finished page. I forgot to mention earlier, I'd already inked around the edge of the cardstock and around some of the elements that I had cut out because I had the white border. I had already mounted the photo on just this piece of orange patterned cardstock or pattern paper, and I'd inked around the edge as well. And then I purposely got some on the photo because when he was doing work experience, he'd come home quite oily a few days and had to quickly soak his clothes and try and clean them for the next day. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, that is it. I just felt all fingers and thumbs with this. I must have got glue on me early on. Look at my hands. So I don't know if you can see. They're gluey and black ink all over them. So I'm sort of in line with the page, aren't I? But I must have got glue on them quite early because everything was sticking to my fingers. And then, yeah, I felt like I was just all fingers and thumbs. Okay, so that is it. If you have any questions, please comment below. And make sure you check out the playlist below for everyone else who is playing along. If you've liked this page, give me the thumbs up. If you are not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing and hitting that notify bell so you know when my next video comes out. Thank you so much for watching and have a scrap happy day. Bye bye.